If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed!
A child shall lead them
to listen to some Trivium.
to buy our merch.
You losers.
All right, you guys. Trivium on this DJ Nick stream. The name of this song.
Shout out to GOS.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to you, buddy.
Pull harder
Dig out
on the
your bag.
strings of your martyr is the Trivium song.
Strings of your martyr.
This should be interesting.
Yeah.
Pull harder on
Nick,
the
you
strings of your
put
martyr.
some interesting songs out tonight, huh?
For sure. Yikes. That was Trivium. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, about the lyrics.
Yeah, that was
weird. Been an adventure trying to find the lyrics.
Because
but
it literally said
Real
lyrics.
Science is here.
What's up? It literally said lyrics, but then it went into like a description of it.
Yeah, it's weird. Pull harder as a look at the villainous tyrant, one who can simply kill and destroy on will, push his faith upon all, be hated by all other powers around, and still be loved by many that he rules. I mean, that sounds a lot like one of the people in this channel right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Donald Trump on the channel.
Oh.
This is obviously, talking about...
Of course.
Well, I don't know if it's literally talking about Trump or if Trump inspired the person in the song. You see what I'm saying? Because it doesn't necessarily directly have to be about Trump. It could be Trump makes you think what would happen if we were following some, leader. But the martyr angle is interesting because that's how Trump is being styled right now. As a martyr.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Democrats have signed, sealed, and delivered him this beautiful gift of martyrdom and political persecution. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of it is his just brilliant ability to transform a narrative and be a good liar, but some of it is also
the mistakes that they made.
Yeah, but it's hard not to see Trump in it. But again, it could just be archetypical of, whatever. Song came out in 2005. Okay.
Okay.
So even what was going on? Well, GWAT was up. We invaded Iraq in 2004. I do remember people saying that about Bush, that he was some sort of he could be a. Yeah, well, it was Bush and Cheney. I still think Cheney's a villain. It was weird because Bush was kind of like the lovable war criminal, whereas Cheney was perceived almost universally as the real brains behind the operation.
Okay.
So Cheney was looked upon as like the real brains, but he didn't have the charisma that Bush had. Bush had a certain kind of like, aw shucks, hey, I'm not that smart of a guy, but I love the country type of persona. And it hit.
What was that? Do you think that was genuinely how he was?
Yeah, I do. I do believe that's genuinely.
So you didn't think it was an act?
He was definitely not his father's son. His father was a different type of dude, man. Different type of dude. So, like, I remember like OTEP, like she made a song. I forgot the name of the song, but King of Lies has arrived. Like there was a lot of real resistance to Bush at the time. Bush was a dumbass with the right last name. Well, he was, but he also had the good fortune of going up against Al Gore, who was just historically at the time impossible to like. Kind of like the whole Trump situation with Hillary, where it's like, if they would have picked anybody else, Trump would have been...
It would have, yeah.
I don't think he
Who knows what would have happened, right.
Warhead was the song, correct. And there, she went after Bush with both barrels. So definitely...
We reacted to that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pull harder, strings martyr, stop, you cry, that's a lie, flush gasping, white reddening, you smile and destroy it, it's time that we end this. I don't know if that's a veiled reference to the flag, flush, gasping, white, reddening. You smile and destroy it, which is kind of like you're destroying your own country type of thing.
It's time to end this.
It's our curse that makes this world so hopeless, allowing our king to spread his genocidal wings. There it is. Got it. That's probably got to be an allusion to Bush there.
Clawing the skin.
A dumbass with an MBA from Harvard. Let's see you pull that off. I agree. I don't think I agreed with him being called a dumbass, but like I always say, anybody that makes it to that level is not dumb. I've said that millions of times. I don't think AOC is dumb, and I definitely don't think Trump is dumb. So
you underestimate people when you call them dumb.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Trump
Well,
is
if they're
dangerous.
So dumb, how did they get there?
Biden
yeah.
is dangerous. And Biden is not completely himself, obviously, but he still had the brains to set up Kamala Harris as his human shield.
Right.
Shout out to Kamala.
When he's saying pull harder strings martyr?
Yeah, pull harder at your heartstrings. You know,
Oh.
it's the manipulation.
Yeah.
You know, which, you know, people always get mad when I talk about it. But all of you who supported the Ukraine thing, yeah, you guys got completely emotionally manipulated, bro. Just like I got emotionally manipulated after 9/11. Then people completely manipulated you. They pumped you for 6 years that the Russians were villains. And then they told you to ignore, you know, the last 20 to 40 years of American aggression relative to Russia and take a completely simplistic, one-sided view of things. And the same people that deceived and lied us into the Iraq War were the exact same cast of characters, and we still went along with it. The reason I keep talking about that is not to keep spiking the football on y'all, but so that the next time it happens, and it's going to happen again because our country is addicted to jihad, maybe next time we can resist. Because if all of us would have stopped and fought, there would probably be thousands and thousands of Ukrainian and Russian people on the earth today.
Alive, yeah. Ugh.
If we held our government accountable for interfering in the attempts at peace, because they literally attempted to have peace, like I said, go Google Dennis Kyrief. If we as regular people would have resisted and said, hell no, we need to be encouraging these people to settle as soon as possible so we can preserve the most life possible. And we didn't do that. And we can keep blaming our government. We can keep blaming tyrants. We can do whatever we want. But we went along with the bullshit in 9/11 for the most part as a country.
Yep.
Shout out to all my leftist friends who were pleading with us as voices in the wilderness to not fall for this dumb shit. But we didn't listen to them. Most of us collectively didn't listen to our left-wing friends. And then the Ukraine stuff started. And the same people that were wise enough to see through the bullshit in Iraq were not wise enough to see through the bullshit in Ukraine. And because of that, hundreds and thousands of people are dead that did not have to fucking die, y'all. That's just a fact. It's a fact. Our country wanted to weaken the Russians, and we definitely did not want the Germans to have Nord Stream 2. We wanted Europe to be a client state of ours for oil and natural gas. That's all it was. And anybody that I'm sure with goodwill put the little flag up there, even though you knew we were doing this to Afghanistan and Yemen, we're not even going to deal with the racial implications of that. Let's just take the 10,000 foot view and say, okay, they got us that time, and next time we're going to be wiser so that we don't end up in a war with China. But we can keep blaming the tyrants.
And secondly, that our money could have been here. We've got our homeless on the streets. We've got vets not being taken care of. Like, there's a lot. I was just reading a chat today of moms that were saying, like, what would you like if there was, like, some help for moms? What would you want it to be? And a lot of them were saying, I just could use some food stamps. Like, we could have helped out a lot of moms. But people are dead and we don't have our money. So
They're
it's
dead.
Like, wait, who actually benefited off of this?
Folks are dead.
Oh, that's right.
Exxon and Chevron.
Exxon and Chevron. I know from the song.
Exxon and Chevron benefited from the Ukraine shit, but the Ukrainian people didn't. Neither did the Russian guys on the street. They didn't benefit from it either.
Yep.
How much you want to bet Mr. Biden and his son and the rest of them folks got a bunch of weird Exxon Chevron investing shit, let's say a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's just say, this is not a Democrat-Republican thing. This is what our government does, and we've got to get wise to it.
Yeah, this is like a human nature thing. We're going to know what this is about.
We're not at a... Look, no matter... This is one of the things that really pisses me off about the Democrats, when they keep throwing around, you know, we're going to lose our democracy and all that shit. That really, really pisses me off. Because I've actually been to places that don't have a democracy. It's not even fucking close what these people are fucking talking about. But here's my problem. There are legitimate threats to democracy, like, for example, a president or a political entity not allowing a primary so that the people can choose who they want to represent them from that party. That is an incursion into democracy.
Yep.
Trying to overthrow the results of an election by a bullshit impeachment strategy or by a straight up lie about our president possibly being traitorous, that is also a form of election interference. Because what's happening is you're saying to the American people, well, that was the wrong person, you guys need to choose again. Which means there's no choice. And now what's happening is they're doing the exact same thing. They're trying to take this dude off the ballot so that people don't have the opportunity to do it. And so that's where I'm at right now. It's like, I still don't think that the DNC are fascists or whatever, or communists or brown shirt, whatever you want to call them. I don't believe that. I think they just want to stack the deck in their favor. But I think if we let them get away with it, that 30, 40 yards down the line, we could have an actual Stasi communist motherfucker that accumulates all this power.
Jeez,
because of Republican
right.
and Democrat initiatives, by the way, like the USA Patriot Act, among others. The Democrats didn't bring that to us. So, like, if you just look at these progressions, like, we cannot play around with this stuff. And, like, if you were wrong about the Ukraine thing, like, just have that in your mind
so
the next time that something comes about. That's all. That's all I'm saying. This is voting for the better person. Trump has never seen the inside of a church unless it was for them to publicly back him. Well, I don't know how you know that, Todd. I don't know Donald Trump, so I've never been around him, so the churches that he frequents or doesn't, I don't know. You must know him because you made the statement that he never, and you're saying this is about who's a better person. So that means you know Trump and Biden personally so that you can make the distinction between the two. I don't. All I know is one guy passed legislation that put a whole bunch of my folks in prison, and another guy passed legislation to get my folks out of prison. That's all I know. I don't know as much about these people as you, bro. I'm an immigrant from Jamaica, so I don't have access to Trump and Biden like you do. Okay. Biden will step aside in a few months and the DNC will pick a candidate. Listen, if that were the case, Mid, he should talk that shit right now. I don't see the point in waiting.
Yep.
And I think I will probably wire you $10,000 green if that actually happens. I don't see him doing that. I think Middle, that you're a logical, rational person and you just cannot conceive of doing something so injurious to your party and your country. By extension,
probably what's happening.
You're just too good of a person, Middle.
There's no way. There's no way.
I mean, hell, I don't know if I would give it up. I mean, that's a... Biden stepping down would not look weak. Biden stepping down would not look weak. Everybody would respect it. I would respect it.
I agree.
Everybody would respect it. And it would... and honestly, he doesn't understand this, but if he really wanted to give himself a legacy, he would do that. Because think about the contrast. You got one guy, when his time was up, refused to leave. People died, all types of shit. Horrible. Completely embarrassed our nation on the stage of the fucking planet. That was number. But contrasted with another guy who had the power, but willfully
gave it for
even in a Christ-like manner, sacrificed it for the good of the country. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Legacy-wise, when this is all over, I mean, hell, even I was just inspired.
I
believe that you believe that's the plan. I just don't think he's gonna do that, bro.
I don't either.
And look, Middle, we have proof of your refutation. You guys know how I am. If you come with the data, I'll agree with you. It's right there. Joe Biden's right here.
Right there. He said it
And
himself.
he said it. I am running for president no matter what. We got to save democracy.
See?
Conversation over, Middle.
Yep.
Conversation over.
You were lucky you were here at the same time as Biden so you could get your answers.
9.4.
This one... 9.2.
What? Really? 9.2? For this song?
Oh, this was the Trivium one.
This is a Trivium
Yeah,
joint.
we went so busy talking on politics. You know how I feel about politics.
It was a political song.
Yeah, I
He's
understand,
talking
but you know how I
about
feel about
tyrants.
politics. So it got a lower score because of that. It's a 9.8. You're right. It was a 9.8. It was much higher than that. I very much enjoyed it.
All right.
No, look, 9.8, same as Nick. All right, you guys, we got one more song.
Nick had the canonical view. We shall return, dear listener. One more
We're
song
right
there, song
back.
break. Let's go.